Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I've had people come and ask, and they get in the comment section, or I see them in other places like, oh my God, Jason Blaha is still on YouTube, he's still in YouTube Fitness, he's still training and everything else, in spite of all the things that have happened and the people who tried to drive him off YouTube. A lot of people are in shock, and a lot of people who hate me, I see people who screenshot different things, they say they're in shock. And you know what, I want to talk to you guys, this isn't going to be fully about me, this is going to be about all of us, because a lot of this comes down to believing in yourself and why you have to believe in yourself if you want to be the best version of yourself, and why you can't let other people beat you down just because they don't believe in you. Alright, so let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this, because here's the reality, and this is a lesson a lot of you can learn. I've stayed with this because I believe in myself. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I make a living doing what I do. People are like, what, you make a living doing this? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't make a fortune, but I make a decent living. And a lot of people have worked really, really hard to get videos of mine unmonetized. I mean, there's been screenshots taken that people have sent me on forums and things of people who literally make 20 or 30 accounts every day to report every single video that I make. You guys know Lane Norton spent well into 6 figures by his own admission in a podcast harassing me, trying to get rid of me, get me off YouTube, have me and my family stalked, have articles written about me. There are people who have worked full-time to troll me, who have said in different forums and things like that online that, yeah, they harass me, my family nonstop, and that taking me down is the most important thing they will ever do with their life. And you know, that's the interesting thing, is that I do this and I really don't think I'm that important of a person at the end of the day. People say, well, yeah, you influence a lot of people. Tens of thousands of people have run your programs. I mean, you get millions and millions of views overall. And that's true, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm really a normal guy. But what I've come to realize is that if people are willing to put that much effort into me, maybe that says something, and that's something that people need to realize. I want people to think about that with you out there, because other people are going to try to knock you down. They're going to try to knock you down. They're going to try to tell you that you can't do a thing. They're going to troll you. They're going to hate on you. The second you're even remotely successful at something, other people are not only going to belittle your success, they're going to try to knock you down, and they're going to say that what little bit of success that you've had at anything is nothing, and that you're nothing, and that people will beat you down in this world, and particularly on the internet. But you know what? The thing that you need to remember is that, wait a minute, if you're doing well enough at anything that other people are really willing to take the time to address how terrible you are and how little you're doing, and do so repeatedly, that should tell you something. That should tell you ultimately that those are people who are afraid that you're going to be successful. If people are doing that, that means that the people who hate you or people who want to bring you down or whatever it is are afraid that you are going to be more successful than you already are. That should tell you that actually when people try to beat you down, they're scared you're going to actualize your own potential, because these are negative people who aren't interested in actualizing their potential. They don't want to be the best that they can be, and they sure as hell don't want anyone else to be the best that they can be. And they might justify it as something else. They might justify it when they see you succeeding because they don't like your attitude. They don't like something about you. But that's not really what it is, because no person would go after someone for stuff like that. The things that people will claim they insult you over, it's because they hate themselves. And they have a crab in the bucket mentality. They see someone else being successful at anything, they don't like that. There's a lot of people who are going to try to stop you. And I don't mean success as in you're doing something really terrible, you know, like you're dealing drugs, or you're ripping people off, or you're causing direct harm. And people saying, hey, you don't need to be doing that. I'm talking about people who, when you're doing something positive and successful, it doesn't matter whether it's a career endeavor, a hobby you're passionate about, something you do that helps other people, or a competitive endeavor, or it could be a music. You could be working on being more musically talented, or a sport, or anything, YouTube. A business, anything. When other people try to bring you down when you're not really doing anything negative, you're not harming people, again, they're trying to keep you down, and that should tell you something. That should remind you that you're doing good. Because people wouldn't attack you unless they were afraid that you're going to keep moving forward and be more successful. They wouldn't do it otherwise. Why would they? If you're going to fail at something, no one needs to come in and tell you you're going to fail, do they? Because you're going to fail on your own. People come in and attack you when they're afraid you're going to be successful. Always remember that, and you need to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is ever going to believe in you. They're not going to believe in you. You got to believe in yourself. And if you're passionate about something, anything that you're doing, and you know that you have the ability to do the thing, all right? And I don't mean some delusional thing like, oh, I'm going to bench press 1,200 pounds. Oh, I'm going to be the Mr. Olympia when you didn't have some amazing genetics or some rare skill. But if it's something that you know that you're moving towards a goal successfully, and you know it's within your reach, and it's within the realm of possibility, you have to keep believing in yourself. You can't let other people beat you down. You can't let them bring you down. And I think that's the interesting thing. You know, you've seen other people on YouTube who have been knocked down. And some of them almost fall, some of them do fall. And that's the thing. People out there know that. I'm not going to say who it is, but there is someone on YouTube who, when they were smaller than me, they were about to quit. I was on speaking terms with them behind the scene. I talked to them, and they said they're done. They're quitting YouTube. They can't handle the heat, the trolling. And I told them they had a unique perspective. I think that it would be a shame if the YouTube community lost them. And I talked to them. I talked them up for a while. Nice long conversation. And they said, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go back. That person today has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Technically, that person is more successful right now at YouTube than I am. They were behind me and I talked them up. They've surpassed me. You know, it's kind of like, well, you know, they might be taking some of my audience, but you know what? That's okay, because they had it within them and they just didn't fully believe in themselves. And I stepped back and said, no. You need to believe in yourself. I believe in you. I'm not going to say who it was, but I believed in them, and they passed me at it. They've been more successful than I have been, I believe, at this point, if I were to check their numbers. But they were going to quit because of the trolls. And look at someone like Vince G. I mean, you talk about someone who, lazy, had everything. He had half of Chris Jones's channel. And he couldn't do it because the trolls were upsetting him, and he quit because of the trolls. He quit because of the trolls. He was making 6 figures. He was making well over $100,000 a year on YouTube to do the smaller share of the work. He wasn't even doing the majority of the work on that channel, and he was getting half. And he still couldn't do that and quit because of the trolls. In fact, didn't want to do it anymore. Didn't want to be on the camera anymore. He let them beat him down. He didn't believe in himself. And you know what? Apparently, no one else is going to believe in someone like that either. I don't believe in the guy. I don't think he had what it takes. He couldn't handle a little bit of trolling. Well, that's the end of it then, huh? He didn't believe in himself. So why would any of us believe in him? And he quit. He quit at something he was making a fortune doing. A fortune for nothing. He did literally like less than 1 video a week, making over $100,000 a year. Just quit. You can't let people stop you from reaching your potential. People need to remember that. You can't let other people stop you from reaching your potential, because if people see that and they think that they can stop you, they will. There will be always be people out there who will stop you from reaching your goals and doing the things that are within your potential to do if you allow them to beat you down. And there's always people out there ready to do that, because there are simply people in the world like that. You can't let them win. I didn't. And here I am. People will say, well, you know, it's always funny, you know, it's even the same people who will try to beat you down will deny your success. Like, I get people all the time. I had to ban trolls who were coming in my comments over the dog saying, hey, I mean, I know your YouTube money's not that good right now. Can you afford to take care of this dog? What about Brittany's income? And it's like, actually, I can afford to pay all of our bills. Like, what I make on YouTube is more than enough to pay all of our bills, our rent, my car note, my car insurance, groceries, food for the dog. That's not even a problem. Like, it really isn't. But people will be in denial of that. They'll actually come and try to estimate how much money they think you make or whatever, and it's really ridiculously low, the numbers they come up with. And I deal with that all the time, and it's just like, are you serious? It's like, whatever, dude. I'm moving along, I'm moving forward, and I haven't let this stuff stop me. And I mean, let's be honest here, guys. I've been one of the most hated people in YouTube fitness. I mean, there have been massive campaigns against me. The people have made literally hundreds and hundreds of videos hating on me. I've had fake news stories written about me. Get death threats all the time. I've had to deal with real life stalkers. I've had to go to the FBI over it. Like, really, that's no BS. Even someone came in my comments about the bomb squad thing, who, yeah, that guy did live in the same apartments as me at the time. They closed my whole street down, the bomb squad did. And that's a witness to it. And that's, he posted in the comments the other day, yeah, that really happened because I couldn't get to my home. I couldn't get to my home. The police had it blocked off. The bomb squad had it blocked off. So, I've definitely dealt with some stuff over this. But you know what? I believe in myself. I believe in myself, and I believe in what I do. I love what I do, and I know that I help people for a living. And I'm not going to let a few trolls and stalkers stop that. So what? They may dedicate their whole lives to it. Who cares? That only motivated me to work harder. Because it's like, if these people are willing to dedicate this much energy into slowing me down or stopping me, then they must be scared that I'm going to take off and be really successful. They must be terrified that I have the potential to do 10 times better than I'm doing. And that's motivated me to create better quality content. A lot of people have said, wow, man, and even this year, your quality of your content has increased dramatically. I'm really enjoying it more. And you know what? That's because I believed in myself, and I saw all these people working so hard against me, and it made me say, you know what? I've got to be able to do better than I'm doing. If the potential wasn't in me to do better and these people didn't see it, they wouldn't be doing these things. So I know that I can do better than I'm doing now. And that's the reason I even am doing this cut right now. I'm 27 pounds in. I've kept all my strength, all my size, continuing to do this cut, teaching people, using it as an educational tool, using it to better myself, because I know that I can continue to do better, that I'm still not the best version of myself. And that is a lot of what believing in yourself is, guys. When any of us will look at ourselves and we assess what it is that we are doing and where we are in our journey, if you really are serious about being the best version of yourself and you believe that you're capable of achieving more, you've got to be honest and step back and say, okay, I believe in myself and I know that I can do a better job at this and this and this than I have been doing, right? I know that I can do better than this. I just have to innovate more. I have to work harder. I've got to find better ways to do things. I can do better than I'm doing right now, and I believe in myself enough to do better and keep improving. And you can apply that to every element of your life. You know what? Even when you're under attack and other people are hating you, other people are trying to pull that crab in a bucket mentality where they pull you down because they don't want you moving forward, you can still always do better than you're doing. Use those things to motivate you. And seriously, when people try to bring you down, step back and say, wait a minute. Are they doing this because I'm a nobody, or are people trying to bring me down because they're afraid I can do better? And that's usually what it is. Use that to motivate you. Use that as evidence that you can do better than you've been doing. That you can be a better person. You can be better. You can do things better. You can go further. And that is part of being the best version of ourselves that we can be at any given time, is to accept, I can do better. I can do better than I'm doing right now. I can improve. I can become a better person on multiple levels tomorrow than I am today if I just find the way to do it and work harder and innovate and think outside the box and compare that with the way other people have done it in the past. Find a working model. Move forward. Do better. And don't let naysayers drag you down. Don't let people stop you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Occasionally you'll get lucky. Occasionally you'll get lucky and someone will come over and pep talk you who believes in you also. And it's nice when that happens. We get lucky when that happens, but you can never bank on that. Yeah, I've done that for other people because I really believed in them, and I knew they were capable of doing better, and I knew they were capable of succeeding, and I told them that. I believed in them, and it's nice hearing someone say they believe in you, because so often we deal with that negative, you suck, you're nobody, you're a piece of shit. You can't do better. You can't even do what you're doing now. People will do that to you. And it's nice when you finally hear that other voice, but sometimes that voice has to come from in here. Sometimes it has to come from within, and you have to be the one to say, you know what? I believe in me. I can do better. And I have to do better if I want to be the best version of myself possible. And that's what I actually want for everybody out there in the audience. I want every one of you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. But that starts from within. That starts from believing in yourself. That's where that starts. And knowing that you can do better than you're doing right now. Even if it's a slow process, one step at a time. You can always do better. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.